artillery, as can be expected, but only on one side.
Yep, that is correct. On the CNMB side, they have opted for one piece of artillery. However, the Malayans having no artillery.
Yeah, indeed. They're just opting for the big, heavy tank guns here. 3 IS-3s, as 1 Tiger 2 as well. And basically just 2 scouts each. But I'm kind of surprised a little bit at the CNMB tank lineup. They are going for 4 light tanks.
Yeah, they really like those light tanks, actually.
Yeah, they do. So you got 2 tier 8s here, 1 AMX-13 and 1 WZ-132.
Yep.
So right now, as we're taking a look at the Malaysian cold tankers side, attacking from the north, going down that railroad.
Yep, and the Malayans actually, yep, trying to defend that railway side. On the CNMB side, actually, no, excuse me, the CNMB side are actually trying to go for that railway, and the Malayans.
Well, they're just sending the 3 their scouts like up there pretty much. We can see that AMX-13 roaming in the middle of the field. They can actually afford to do that because, well, guess what? The Malaysian coal tankers decided not to go with any artillery.
Yep, that is correct.
So that field in the middle, which is wide open and usually is a death trap because of artillery, is now fairly open to those light tanks.
Yeah. And a little bit, not too much movement coming out from either team just yet. I think they just want to kind of have a grasp on what the other team is thinking.
Well, absolutely. Right now, a pretty,
pretty standard opening, I would say.
As well, I'm just, once again, I'm still a little surprised at the choice of 4 light tanks for this kind of map. But then again, considering the fact that the Malaysian coal tankers did not opt to have any artillery, that's probably why.
Yep, that's right. And they're actually, the CNMB team is slowly pushing up that railway. They are sending that 1 heavy tank pretty up there now in the center of the map. They have spotted that 1 tier 1.
Yeah. Probably gonna try to get a sneaky shot at it.
Oh wow,
and actually just going in, definitely almost taking him out, as a matter of fact.
Oh man. Oh, but he's on fire. He's gonna die. Yep.
Yeah, they both were taken out. So both T1s were taken out on that skirmish.
So both teams losing one of their tier 1 scouts. The rest of the members are still kind of hanging back. The excuse me, the Malayans now, knowing that the CNMB team want to push up that railway, they have pretty much positioned all of their tanks up on that railway. They're kind of waiting, I feel like.
Well, the 4 heavy tanks, yes, are positioned alongside the railway because they're expecting a push from there. Especially, well, you know what, from the Malaysian coal tankers side, you can't even send the scouts out that much because, well, obviously CNMB's got that huge piece of artillery waiting, so you can't really just go for that one, but...
Yep, so they're just still kind of...
pretty conventional, like, defensive position for the Malaysian coal tankers, and right now CNMB that's trying to, well, push ahead, slowly but surely.
Yep. I think, yeah, so they're just still trying to scout around and, you know, just really try and know exactly where the enemy team is. Yeah, and those IS-3s, you know, they know, the CNMB team know that, you know, heavy tank, they can't just go straight in, you know, head on into those heavy tanks, because if they do that, then they're just gonna get blown up. You know, those IS-3s extremely strong. They have, you know, really good firepower, and if they just walk in there, then they're just gonna get blown up.
Yes, indeed. And there you go now, well...
but they have spotted the IS-3s.
Yes, the IS-3s alongside that railroad have been spotted by that WZ tank that still managed to stay alive quite miraculously so. I really thought he was gonna get blown to bits, but now that IS-3 coming up, yes, they're pushing through the railroad. Trying to get a peek, a sneak here, finish off that tank.
And they have to be careful of this artillery piece, because if they sit in the same position, they're going to get shot down.
Yes, indeed. They can't be sitting there forever. That WZ-132 light tank doing a pretty good job in terms of scouting, but I can't really understand why the artillery did not follow through on that one.
Yeah, definitely. And actually the Malayans pushing quite heavily down this railway now.
Yes, they are going for it.
But for some strange reason, they have kept 2 of their heavy tanks in the base.
Well, just in case, of course, because with so many light tanks on the opposing side, they don't want a sneak capture happening.
Yep, definitely.
And another scout that was taken out, as a matter of fact. Now the Malaysian core tankers are out of T1s. The artillery drew a first blood on that one.
Yeah, and a couple more spots happening around here. I think they're trying to go for this IS-3, but they know that if they pop their hat out too much, then that tank will have backup.
Yes, indeed, and the Malaysians sort of blind now, and they're just wondering what to do at this point. Well, trying to push down that railroad, which does provide, well, a little bit of cover because of the wagons from the artillery, but okay, they're like, now all the 3 tanks are just like pushing down and attacking, trying to attack and capture the enemy base. Meanwhile, of course, as could be expected, the CNMB team, well, pretty much did make their way through all the way up north, like through the enemy base, so they're just sitting down there for capture.
Yep, and that tier 1 is the CNMB team tier 1 tank is in the enemy base. They are just trying to capture that, but the Malayan team do have 2 heavy tanks up there ready to defend that.
Yes, indeed, they're just coming down on it now as we speak.
Yeah, so a little firefight happening over on the near the railway, near the Malayan
well, the
base.
AMX right now trying to just provide cover for the T1 that's capturing the base, but I'm not quite sure it's going to be enough. Yes, indeed, the ramming did occur, so a good save here coming from the Malayan tankers.
Yep, that is correct. And the Malayan team actually losing one of the heavy tanks. So they
look at that the WZ-132 extremely mobile, of course, harassing that harassing that heavy tank, pretty much just not allowing him a clean shot, and it's probably going to take him out too. Look at that.
Yeah. It's actually, he might take this out. Oh, nice dodge coming out from that WZ-132.
And a brilliantly done, executed. A little bit of micro here, courtesy of player Yui, who did manage to take out the enemy tank and capture the base. Yeah,
definitely, and they're actually going for this base capture now. I don't know what the Malayan Tigers, they have to turn back and try and defend this because the...
well, they can't anymore. They obviously can't because they're too far ahead. You know, what happened is basically they committed all their heavy tanks. So you've got 3 heavy tanks capturing the enemy base, but... yeah, they clearly do not have the time to come back here, so that's just going to be it.
Yeah, so it looks like the CNMB team have captured the enemy